Hey everybody, this is AG here. It's been a bit since I've actually been playing. Uh, there's been a few things coming up that has prevented me from actually recording videos lately. So let's actually get into this so I can... so normally what people would do is that they would go back to Traverse Town and then over here. Because that is the normal progression, because it's 1 star, then 2 star, then 3 star. But what I've started seeing is that people would go to one of these 2 areas, then to here, and then they would complete the circle so they don't have to do additional gummy ship missions. Because if you like go back and then here, and then you would have to like go back again, meaning that you would have to like do a bunch of like extra gummy ship missions. So if we were just to go here, we could actually circumvent that by going in a complete circle. First things first, I actually want to go into the gummy ship. I forget what I am... Oh yeah. So I wanted to... grab this. This is a scan. And I wanted to put it on so I can see the, oh, whoops. There it is. Because I wanted to see how much damage I was doing with... I was doing to enemies. Next, I actually probably should have as well. An additional cannon. Oh, right. Yeah, sometimes I'm used to how intuitive the gummy ships from 3 are being, so it's a little weird to see that. So I'll just start from there. I'm not gonna do too much with the gummy ships because the editing thing is pretty bad. Like, until there's like an actual like really good, like until there's like an actual like really good like gummy ship, I probably won't like edit it past this. But yeah, it's so again, I haven't actually played in a while, mostly because I've been going over to CB's house and helping him do Kingdom Hearts 3, which I released a week ago from the recording of this. So one of the really cool things about Kingdom Hearts 3 is it kind of feels like that they took every tiny little thing from Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and like other games that people actively liked, and just sort of worked with it until they got to the point where they were representing the good sides of each game, trying to explain some of the more obtuse parts of those games, and actually finalizing the entire saga they had been building up to for 15 years. It's pretty good. I mean, like, we know it's not gonna be over. Like, we know for a fact that they're making more games. So, it's one of those things where it's like, I would be a little bit more, like, sad about the ending, which I'm not spoiling anything about the game, but all you effectively need to know is that, like, I know for a fact that they're making more games, which is why it's not too saddening, because I know that they're gonna do more. They're gonna go on with these characters. It's just that the current storyline is over, which I find is okay. I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit because I saw it kind of being weird on my thing. So, and here we have and here we have like a really odd piece of dialogue in the Gummy Ship mission. So it like has to load in the character models and then load them in moving. So there's a bunch of like empty space between the pieces of dialogue where they're just standing there. But yeah, it's like Sora really wants to go down there, but for some reason Donald just doesn't want to, so they crash. That is the story, and they're sticking to it.
Whoa! Oh, my head. Donald? Goofy?
Yeah, and that was Sabor, the quote-unquote mini-boss of this game. Is unable to close his eyes, but hey, we know he's in pain. So, Tarzan as a world is actually kind of interesting in the first game, because they've been unable to reference it. So at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1,
Danger.
you'll see two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll see two
What is this
trademarks.
place?
One for Disney,
This place.
and one specifically for
Okay.
Tarzan. And that's because
Where did the
Tarzan
others
as
go?
a series isn't
Look,
really
I got
isn't
separated
owned
from my
by
friends. Have you seen them?
Disney. They were only able to use it, and so the fact that they were able to use it in in this game is a miracle.
Friends.
Right, my friends.
Yeah,
There's two of them.
but
The loud
at
one
the
is
end of the
Donovan.
day,
You know what?
yeah, he just realized that Donald was a friend.
I'm looking for my friends Riku and Kairi.
Look for Riku. Friends.
Right.
Kairi. Friends.
Right.
Oh, friends. Here.
Really? Huh?
Friends. Here.
Not sure I understand, but show me. Take me to Riku and Kairi.
Tarzan. Tarzan. Go.
And I'm Sora. Tarzan go, Sora go.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes the dialogue is actually really painful in the first game. But at the end of the day, I know that they had a kind of a hard time with some of the worlds, because some of the worlds Disney really wanted, and some of the worlds
Sora's okay.
Square Enix really wanted. And you can tell it by how much time and attention they put into those worlds. I think that's the only piece of dialogue from that character ever in this game. Man with gun, but he is not allowed to shoot gun. Yeah, so because Donald and Goofy are no longer in our party, Tarzan will be filling the role, and this is one of the first worlds in which it actually shows. But yeah, we can't get up there until we have a high jump. Yeah, so this is one of the first times in which we have an actual, like, party member that's outside of the regular three of Sora, Donald, and Goofy, in that order. And he's only here for a very short time. Well, he's only mandatory for a very short amount of time, because unfortunately they made Donald and Goofy far too useful of party members to use any of the actual world's characters, which is something that people have always kind of had a problem with in the series, in which it's like I would care more about the characters of the world if they actually allowed me to interact with them more.
Jane,
Tarzan. Oh, and who's this?
Hi there.
Oh, you speak English. So then, obviously you're not related to Tarzan. Are you here to study the gorillas?
highly doubtful.
So
Sora,
I'm gonna
Goofy,
bring it up in a bit, but
Circus
okay,
of
so
clowns. Not much use for hunting gorillas.
so we've got a few tasks to do around the
Studying them, not hunting them. This is research.
around the camp before we can go on.
Well,
But we'll
more
get to
the
it after
merrier.
this
Do
cutscene.
make yourselves at home.
Well, anyway, I'm staying. Huh?
Sora, look what we found. Look at this.
A gummy block. It's the same stuff used to build our ship, meaning that the king could have been here. So we got to work together to look for him. Yeah. Again, like, Tarzan would be a helpful character, except for the fact that Donald and Goofy are far more helpful in this game. Like, if I were to go down to Tarzan, showing abilities, like, he's got, like, some stuff okay, like, he has second wind and second chance pretty early. He's got, like, some kind of cool abilities. He's got critical rate up, But then you have Donald and Goofy, who, at the end of the day, are a lot more useful, especially later on in the game. And since Donald's your healer, or Donald's your mage, and Goofy's your tank, Tarzan's your hard-hitting character, and so unless you've done the work to make Sora a replacement for Donald and Goofy, Tarzan's not really that helpful right now in the game. Yeah, we didn't get more magic. But again, like I said, we have a few things to do around the camp before we can go on. How about we talk to Jane about it? Communicating with him still isn't easy, but he's learning. So we need to find slides to help him out. So most of the all of the slides are scattered here in this world. Recipe card 2. Slide 4. Yeah, there's a few things like scattered around that we need to find. Oh look, they still have the Beauty and the Beast set here. Tea set. So his name is Clayton. He is not a researcher. Recipe card 1. Okay, so the recipe is light the stove and then put in the potion. We need to find a little bit more. And there's the potion. The one thing that I've heard people lament a little bit about this world is the fact that they, for some reason, took out Jane's dad. So he is not in this world. Research note 2. So we'll get to that. Slide 3. Slide 6, meaning that we're missing 3. Look, it's a blue trinity. Oh, it's a chest. There were just random dogs trapped inside. There's 1. There's 5. So we're missing 2? There we go. There we go. So cooking that potion gives us a high potion. Now that we've done it, we can only get 1. That's how it works. Yeah. Also, the characters that you get in the worlds usually actually have items on you. So it's nice to take those items off. High potion. Mega potion. There we go. There's one more card and I, for some reason, can't find it. And we need one more research note for that. Oh wait, maybe the what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Place just looks familiar. Oh! I guess we had gotten all of them.
Tarzan?
Where are my friends, Riku and Kairi? Hey, I thought...
That leaves just one place. Young man, we've been in this jungle for some time now. But we have yet to encounter these friends of yours. I'd wager they're with the gorillas, but Tarzan refuses to take us to them.
Really, Mr. Clayton? Tarzan wouldn't hide.
Then take us there. Take us to the gorillas. Gorillas.
Tarzan, are you sure?
Tarzan, go see Kerchak.
Kerchak?
He must be the leader. Perfect. I'll go along as an escort. After all, the jungle is a dangerous place.
An evil smile. What the heck?